What's up, everybody? This is another episode of Diabolical Clients. Everybody talks about the spiritual workers, but when we're going to start talking about these clients who do the most diabolical things in spirituality? And today, of course, we're talking about the one and only spell hoppers. I have had a lot of these over the years. Spell hoppers, these are the ones who run from worker to worker, hopping around like little jackrabbits, stacking work on top of work, and then wondering why their life looks more tangled than before. That's diabolical. Let's get into it. Hello, riders. Hello, how are you? And welcome to my channel. This is Lady Vasori, and let's get ready for the ride. Y'all don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Now, before we even get into the meat of this thing, welcome to my channel. Let me introduce myself. I am Lady Vasori, the owner and operator of an online spiritual Botanica called Visions by Vasori. And I offer works, I offer readings, guidance, sessions, I offer spiritual healing, alignment, and now I am offering live Zoom classes. So make sure you support my channel, like, share, subscribe, support, follow, all of that. Share in the comments as well. Vibe with me in the comments. Interact with the message. Don't just sit in it, okay? And listen, if the message hits your spirit, if you eat from the plate today, make sure you send something back to the vibe. The link is right here. You can drop a super chat as well, and these go right back into my business, and it's always appreciated. If you would like a deeper lesson in hoodoo, I recommend you joining and becoming a paid member on my Patreon. It's called the Spiritual Collective, and it's linked right in my bio. Shout out to all of my new subscribers. I see y'all. Thank you for tapping in. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into this message. Here's the spell hopper cycle. I took my time on this one. They book a candle or book any works with you. 2 days later, they go run to another worker for a love jar, and they done booked they love working with you. A week later, they buy a quick spell kit from social media, somebody working on social media. Then they light a random candle at home with no prayer behind it. So doing all of these workings without aligning with it. Spell hopper energy. Now they got 5 different candles burning, or 5 different energies pulling in 5 different directions. And spirit looking at them like, which one of these you want me to answer? This mess. Which one? Spell hoppers don't realize, y'all, too many cooks in the kitchen ruins the fucking work. You can't mix everybody's altar with your own confusion and expect clarity. Can you? That's what they be thinking. When you spell hop, or you a jumper, you scattering your own energy. Spirit moves in alignment, y'all, not chaos. Never chaos. If you asking one worker to open the door and another worker to close it, what you think gonna happen? Nothing ain't gonna move. And the truth is, most spell hoppers don't trust their worker. Most spell hoppers don't trust their worker. They want results yesterday. They think more workers, more power. But all they really doing is showing spirit they don't believe in the first prayer they prayed. Okay. And for me as a worker, that's very dangerous, because if I light something on my altar, right, and another worker is pushing opposite energy on theirs, that's warfare energy you done created for yourself. Not me, but for you. And I don't carry nobody else's chaos. Let's go into clients. And I had a couple of these, but I had a client once booked a candle with me for court. 2 weeks later, she was in my inbox saying another worker told her to do a freezer spell, and another told her to bury something in her yard. And my antennas go up then, because I'm like, what you mean? And I asked her, so which one of these assignments you gonna commit to? Because spirit don't honor confusion. I told you to do something. They told you to do something. This one told you to. So you telling me you got all of this work? So she wanted to do all three, thinking that would speed things up. Baby, all it did was block her own case energy. She ended up delaying that outcome because she couldn't stay still. And I think she got booked. I think it was a case where somebody sued her for money, like an accident or something. But yeah, that's what you get. So let me be real clear. I don't play with spell hoppers. Let me tell y'all about another time. I had just started, and some of y'all who have been with me for a minute may remember this. I had just started on going live on the TikTok and doing, when I was dressing candles on live, and I had a guy that was dressing, just booking works with me. Every night I came on, he was booking works. And that was at the time where I would dress the candles on the live. So I booked his work or whatever, and he had about 3-4 candles on my altar. Yeah, I do go in other people's rooms, right? I don't watch other people a lot, but I do follow other spiritualists. One night, I go. No. That is not what happened. Somebody sent me a screenshot and said, isn't he working with you? Wasn't he in the live? And within that screenshot, I went straight to the spiritualist's page, and I seen him in the comments, the guy who booked with me. And he was asking about prices, and he asked about, I think he booked a domination candle with me, or controlling, or something like that. And what he did was he was asking questions about her domination work, the other spiritualist. And she gave him a price. Now, he never booked when I was on there. I seen it, and I just was like, oh, okay. Wow. Now, I don't know what happened within that work. I know that I remember the candle burned all right. I just didn't book with him no more. I just did not, because I feel as though that's disrespectful. I don't play with spell hoppers. I don't like them. I ask straight up if they are working with other people, and if they say yes, I shut it down. I had a young lady the other day booked a session with me, and she was speaking to me about another worker's work. Cool, that's cool. Are you working with them now? Have they lit a flame? Are they doing active works for you? She said yes. I said, well, come back to me when her work is finished. I wouldn't let her spell hop with me. Sessions are different. Not because I can't handle it, but because I refuse to fight through layers. It's a lot of energy of other folks' energy just to get to the root. And here's the kicker, y'all. Half the time, y'all don't even know what you booked. You bouncing from hoodoo to voodoo to palo to santeria and mixing all that up on your spirit like it's the same thing. Baby, it's not. That's dangerous. Every system got its own rules, its own spirits, its own way of moving. And when you mix it, you don't just confuse yourself, you confuse the spirits you are calling on. So for me, I don't want no parts of it. If you with me, be with me. If you not, that's fine too. But don't drag my altar and my energy into a tug of war with energies that you don't even understand. Spirit, again, does not honor confusion. Period. Okay? So, this is it. If you listen to this entire message and you know you've been spell hopping, stop it. Pick a worker. Commit to that worker and do the work. Do the work. It ain't fast food, y'all. It is not a drive-in joint. You can never order up love from one worker, revenge from another worker, and money from a third worker and think it's all gonna blend together. Y'all stop that shit. Spell hopping is gonna keep you stuck. Because you listening into too many different energies is different. Focus on one, and that's it. Spirit is gonna honor alignment, not desperation. I keep saying that. If you don't learn that, you're gonna stay blocked. And that's diabolical. Okay, if you are new here, welcome in. I try to post fresh videos often, so make sure you are subscribed and the notifications are turned on. That way you don't miss a message when it drops. And listen, if you ate from the plate on today, send something back to the vibe. You can drop a super chat, and it goes right into back into my business flow. And if you want a deeper walk into hoodoo, join my paid membership on Patreon. It's called the Spiritual Collective. It's linked right in my bio. And we are more than just hoodoo. It's hoodoo, healing, and happiness in that space. Okay, a community of people. Now go on, do the work. Ashe. If your spirit felt this thing, then you know what I'm talking about. Bye.